What's the moment you knew a friend had become something more? Mine happened over a chessboard in the back corner of a laundromat, and I want to be upfront. I have never once let anyone win. Her name was Priya. She worked the closing shift at the cafe across the street from my apartment, and somewhere in our second year of knowing each other, Tuesday nights became a standing appointment. My laundry, her laundry, a beat-up travel chess set she'd found at a yard sale for $2. She had lost to me 41 consecutive times. She kept a tally on the inside cover of the box in pencil, which I always thought was a strange thing for a person to do to herself. That particular Tuesday, it was just us. The place was empty, 3 dryers going, that warm detergent smell that makes everything feel like 2 in the morning even at 9. She set up the board and said, without looking up, "Tonight, I end your reign." I told her she'd said that at least 15 times and I had the pencil marks to prove it. She just rolled her sleeves up like she meant business. She played the opening she'd been drilling for a month. I could tell because she moved fast for the first 6 turns, and then slowed way down, chewing the inside of her cheek. At one point, she found a fork I hadn't seen coming, took my knight, and did this small, delighted double fist pump, and her hair fell out of the clip she always used, and she laughed at herself, and something in my chest did an entirely unauthorized flip. For about 2 seconds, I forgot I was playing chess. Then I remembered I was down a knight. Unacceptable. I traded into an endgame she wasn't ready for, and had her king cornered in 11 moves. She called me a monster. I chose to hear it as a compliment. Game 2, she got a real position. Genuinely good. She was leaning over the board with her chin in her hand, and she looked up and caught me staring at the pieces like they'd insulted my family, and she started laughing. That helpless kind of laugh that gets into your own ribs. She reached across and tapped the back of my hand and said, "You get so serious. It's kind of adorable." Adorable. I want to be honest with you. For one shining moment, I thought, this is it, this is the night. 2 years of Tuesdays have been building to exactly this. Then I noticed she'd left her bishop hanging while she was busy being charming. I took it. She lost in 19. That right there is the entire difference between us as people. Game 3, we're even on the night. Winner takes everything. The tally, the bragging rights, whatever remains of my dignity. And here's where it got dangerous. Halfway through, she blundered her queen, just hung it. She saw it the instant her fingers left the piece and made this tiny wounded sound. And then she looked up at me with these enormous, devastated eyes, and I felt it. The urge to take a rook instead, to pretend I hadn't noticed, to let her have one, just one, after 41 losses, to be for a single fleeting moment a decent and loving human being. My hand actually hovered. I need you to understand what I did next. I had been sitting on a mate in 5 since move 14. I'd been holding it, playing quiet little developing moves, letting her build confidence, specifically so that if the game ever tilted, I would have it waiting. I took the queen. Then I let her breathe for 3 moves, let her rebuild, let her mutter, okay, I can still do this, under her breath, and then I ran the sequence I'd been holding the entire time. Checkmate, clean. She stared at the board, then she stared at me. You had that 10 minutes ago. It wasn't a question. I set the last piece down gently, the way you'd set flowers on a grave. "Priya," I said, "I've liked you since the first Tuesday. I think about you all week. You are, without competition, the best part of my life." Her whole face started to change, something soft coming up behind her eyes. "And I would still do that to you on the final game of a tied night, every single time, without 1 ounce of regret." She was quiet for a long moment. Then she picked up the pencil, added the 40-second mark, and said, "Same time next Tuesday. We've been together 4 years. She's still never beaten me."